Top 10 contenders for the Champions League Golden Boot. Number 10 Mauro Icardi. The 24-year-old has been one of the more consistent performers in the Italian Serie A over the last 5 seasons, scoring 100 league goals in 160 matches since his 2013 transfer to Inter Milan from Sampdoria in 2013. The Inter Milan captain finished as joint top scorer of the Serie A in 2015 and 2018, which made his then continuous exclusion from the Argentine national team one that drew a lot of ire from fans and pundits alike. His 29 goals last season proved immensely beneficial in helping Inter Milan to a 4th-place finish, and he would be looking to display his superb finishing abilities on the continent, and win the Champions League Golden Boot. Number 9 Kylian Mbappe. The prodigiously talented Mbappe announced himself to the world with his breathtaking performance for Monaco in their fairytale run to the semi-final of the 2017 Champions League. In that campaign, he became the first player to score in each of his first 4 Champions League knockout matches, as well as the youngest player in history to reach the milestones of 5 and 10 goals scored in the competition. Mbappe is the second most expensive player in history, and on his young shoulders lie some of the hope for leading PSG into European glory, and if PSG is to lift its first Champions League trophy, then Mbappe would have a crucial role to play in that. Number 8 Marco Ascencio. The 8th contender for the Champions League Golden Boot is Marco Ascencio. Long touted as the next big thing in Spanish football, the 22-year-old Marco Ascencio made his dream move to Real Madrid from Mallorca in 2014, but found first-team opportunities hard to come by with the presence of more established players ahead of him in the dressing room, consequently undergoing loan transfers to Espanyol and Mallorca over the next 2 seasons. With Real Madrid all but guaranteed to make a push to the latter stages of the competition, Marco would get his fair share of opportunities to bang in the goals and have a say in the discussions for the Champions League Golden Boot. Number 7 Luis Suarez. The Uruguay record goal scorer has won the Golden Boot in 3 different leagues across Europe, Eredivisie, Premier League, and La Liga, but is yet to be crowned the top marksman in Europe. Suarez has suffered a drop in form in recent seasons, and recently went over a year without a Champions League goal before breaking his duck against AS Roma in the quarter-final first leg last season, so ranking him as the 7th contender for the Champions League Golden Boot seems a bit of a far shot. However, despite his struggles, he still has the reputation of being one of the best strikers in the world. Number 6 Mohamed Salah. In what was absolutely inconceivable at the beginning of last season, Mo Salah had one of the greatest debut seasons in footballing history. The 25-year-old Egyptian broke a plethora of scoring records, including that for most goals in a 38-game season, with his 32 Premier League goals in an eventual 44-goal haul winning him the EPL Golden Boot as well as the prestigious PFA and PWA Player of the Year awards. Number 5 Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been the standout centre-forward in Europe over the last 4 seasons, and remarkably outscored both Messi and Ronaldo in the 2017 calendar year. He won the Premier League Golden Boot in consecutive seasons of 2016 and 2017, having led the way in the race for the Champions League Golden Boot for most of last season before being usurped by Ronaldo. Harry Kane is no stranger to performing on the grand stages, and despite being drawn in a tough group also containing Barcelona and Inter Milan, Harry Kane can still be counted on to deliver the goods. Number 4 Robert Lewandowski. The Poland captain had been the subject of numerous transfer speculations in recent transfer windows, after coming under heavy fire from the Bayern board for criticizing the club's ambition due to its inactivity in the transfer market. Lewandowski was constantly linked with a move away from the Allianz Arena, with Real Madrid and Manchester United touted as possible destinations. However, all indications suggest that is largely an issue of the past, and Lewa is now fully focused on the task at hand. Number 3 Neymar. The 26-year-old Brazilian has long been touted as the heir apparent to Ronaldo and Messi's throne, and it was believed to be only a matter of time before the Brazilian won a Ballon d'Or, as his performances were considered to be only behind the extraordinary pair. However, things have not gone to plan since Neymar's world record transfer to the French capital. He put in a subpar performance in the first leg of PSG's biggest test of the season against Real Madrid, while a broken metatarsal before the second leg meant his first season ended prematurely without having the sort of impact PSG owners craved when he was signed. Number 2, Lionel Messi. After the highs experienced in his career between 2009 and 2012, La Pulga Atomica has suffered a bit of a lull, by his extremely high standards, in recent seasons. He has not won the UCL Golden Boot since 2012, while Ronaldo has overtaken him in the scoring charts in what was once inconceivable owing to the healthy lead Messi had over his rival. The same applies to the Ballon d'Or, where they are tied on 5 apiece from a 4-1 advantage to Messi in 2012. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. There can only be one favorite for the Champions League Golden Boot. Mr. Champions League himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese has long since established himself as one of the greatest goal scorers in the history of the game. However, in the Champions League, he becomes almost superhuman and scores goals at alarming rates. He is the all-time record goal scorer with 120 goals, and even more remarkably has finished on top of the scoring charts, and won the Golden Boot, tied with Messi and Neymar in 2015, in each of the last 6 editions of the Champions League. He is also the only player to have scored 15 goals in a single campaign and holds the record for most consecutive Champions League matches scored in